In 2003, I was a fellow in the AHA-sponsored US 10-day seminar on the epidemiology and prevention of cardiovascular diseases and stroke. And it was there that I first learned about the amazing volunteer network of the AHA and the depth and the breadth with which the AHA touches the lives of people across the globe. And then when Dr. Donna Arnett was president of the American Heart Association, she invited me to my very first SAC meeting. And there is where I learned about the AHA's deep commitment to health equity and to health justice. And I saw conversations happening at the highest levels of the AHA that inspired me, and they left me truly impressed about what was happening within the institution. So over the last 2 decades, I've worked as an AHA volunteer, and it's really been a gift and a source of continuing education for me. About 10 years ago, one of the staff members asked me about my why. Why do I volunteer for the AHA? And I told her that I was raised with the belief that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I was just so grateful to have skills and talents that the organization needed, and that I was blessed enough to be able to share them. And then last year, one of my oldest and dearest friends lost her father to heart failure. While she was making funeral arrangements, she asked me for a photo of me with her dad. And for some reason, we couldn't find one. And we decided he was more often behind the camera than he was in front of it. So I went back to my high school scrapbook to try to find a photograph. And while doing so, I discovered the most interesting thing about the American Heart Association. So it turns out that my relationship with AHA actually began when I was a sophomore in high school. I was admitted to the University of Florida's summer science and math camp. Yes, I am that person that went to science camp. I was one of 50 kids from across the state who got invited to do summer research. And it was my very first introduction to the possibility of an academic research career. So I was looking through the acceptance letter and the newspaper article, and lo and behold, I saw that my ability to attend was possible because of the AHA's Palm Beach, Florida network. And I went to high school in Western Palm Beach County. This is a place where life and health are often endangered by girls having too early and too frequent pregnancies, by inequities in access to healthcare. We saw the devastating impacts of the HIV/AIDS epidemic on the community, and there is just a rampant lack of preventive services and thus chronic diseases, especially for risk factors for heart disease. And what I discovered last year was that if it had not been for the AHA scholarship that summer, I wouldn't have been able to attend this truly impactful camp. And thank goodness for the AHA. They played a critical role in my early exposure and my development of my love for research. And because of their investment in communities like South Bay, Florida, the one that I spent my high school years in, and that early investment in me, I have been able to fulfill my dream of a successful academic career with research that's focused on nutrition as a means to prevent disease and to promote cardiovascular health.